If we're
I
going
think it
Zast.
might be.
Oh yeah, that's the usual choice, but again, not much of a good ultimate here. Probably the best way you can use your ultimate, the IMU, is that Raging Sandstorm
Agreed.
from Afro.
Yeah, the Raging Sandstorm is probably the only choice for him to go for. The Crimson Beacon, I guess, for some maneuverability, but we've seen whenever the Valentina is picked up, just because it doesn't really do too well, and this is another good example. It is a signature pick, however, for Alter Ego. For Cyrus, he did perform really well on this pick in his debut.
Oh yeah, let's go, baby. Alter Ego versus Navi. They've drafted their compositions. Let's see, what can they do in the Land of Dawn? The battle of the executions here to open up day number 3 of Week 2 MPL Indonesia Season 16.
Boys and girls, you see the Garuda flying, you see the Land of Dawn, and let's welcome you officially to the Land of Dawn. Welcome to Game 1. This is match number 1 for day 3 of Week 2, and it is NAVI taking on Alter Ego.
Quick check all around. Nothing too crazy going on right now in the emblem department. Everybody just standing strong with their own preferences. Young Blood versus Young Blood, though. This is the clash of the Young Bloods for Shive and Arfi. Arfi debuted just last season. Shive got a head start in his debut for Season 12 when Bigatron deployed him, promoting him from MDL to MPL. Instant impact, yes, but not the way that Arfi has really, made his mark in MPL. The way he debuted, even getting the outplay on him I still remember it. Beautiful stuff. And that's what we're seeing here for Alter Ego, just building on the foundation of having these really good rookies, even trusting Cyrus and Yazuke to play against Navi's and Doryu and Ukir. Ukir's doing a good job. Again, with Apro, this mid-prio should be very, very advantageous to the side of Navi. As we take a look at the emblems by GamesMax, again, nothing too crazy. Agility and Wilderness Blessing for Jusin, so exactly what we said earlier. We know they're going to clear fast. They are going to rotate across the board, but for Alter Ego, at least for Gata Kacha, it is the normal route, tenacity and firmness.
Yeah, look at this. The mid lane prio for Afro and also Ukir. They've been dominating against Cyrus. He's struggling, man, just to get close to the minions. So far, Navi, the mid duo, has been doing pretty damn well against Ivan. Also the new addition for Alter Ego as well, but there is some action in the bottom lane here. I don't think there's going to be anything just yet.
No.
We're building up towards the first turtle right now.
Seems like both teams are playing it slow here, Mirko, and as well as Shepin. Both mid laners want level 4, and Afro here, it seems like he will go ahead and control that turtle. Ivan jumps in, still level 3 as well. Andoryu looking for an opening, looks for an angle as well. That's a great taunt, but no follow-up. Oh, Cyrus jumps in though. That's gonna be Andoryu now. And trouble! Uh-oh! That's a lot of damage already coming from both teams, and that's a double from Cars. Wow.
Two bravest fighters doing work for both teams right now. And it looks like from the kill count, Navi had the better of Alter Ego.
Yeah, for sure. And they also got rid of... Andoryu died a bit earlier, I believe, because Andoryu is already here quicker than Yazuki, who doesn't have ultimate cards with the bravest fighter again.
But careful, that's a lot of damage. Ivan running away. That's a great taunt. Alter Ego now forcing this fight, but he still will still be scoring Navi. Oh, that's damage. Andoryu claims the double, the triple. Navi making it smart, and that's going to be Andoryu's first kill as well on MPL ID.
Oh, that's fast. He's redeeming himself really, really quickly here, Andoryu, but Yazuki at that time, that was a very, very risky gamble, Mirko. As we're taking a look at the talent prediction here, it looks like, whoa, both of you guys voted for Navi.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? After hearing of the news of Andoryu and Ukir joining into this lineup this week, finally, even though we didn't get to see, the debut earlier this week, I trusted him, man, and I trusted Navi's management to also deploy him here up against Alter Ego. It looks like so far it's been going well for me and Gani's prediction. Navi able to utilize that mid prio again, able to utilize the damage from Apro, from Cars as well, just going in before Alter Ego can even react. And even Syra is going to be caught now, forced to use the Crimson Beacon. Cars, man, ultra aggression from Navi.
Gotta be careful here. Alter Ego will play reactively, and seems like because a lot of resources were spent, they will try to pinch the Navi members. Top lane though, Afro is A-okay. Sive, I think his farm is also pretty good. It's still a 2v1 here. Gotta be careful for Marfi.
All about the snowball. Remember, when we're talking about Lancelot and the Yi Sun-shin, whoever facilitates Lancelot Yi Sun-shin better wins it out. And so far, Lancelot definitely getting enabled way more. Able to farm up, getting those 3 kills on the board was massive for him. And it was, in turn, really bad for Yuzuke. He's going to struggle a lot. Like, the jungle is going to be constantly invaded. And Navi's pace, with the river control that they have, is going to be a big problem for Alter Ego. And I would personally advise them against contesting for Turtle too.
Yeah, for sure. This is pretty dangerous, especially Cyrus so far. He had his moments with the previous fighter that's stolen from Cars, but I'm not sure if he can go on in the Turtle fight number 2 here because remember, previous fighters kills with physical damage. So there's not going to be much utility coming in from the Valentina here.
Yeah. Apro. Okay. It's going to be a trade, it seems. Yuzuke's just going to go for the purple one, but Apro's going in!
Uh-oh, he jumps in. That's going to be Alter Ego reacting again. The damage profile for Navi is already shown here, and it's very evident as Navi will find a way to kill more members. But Alter Ego, great response.
Wow, this is a whole new different Navi, Mirko, right from the get-go. You can see how disciplined they are, how reactive, how good of a reaction they have towards some of the invades coming in from Alter Ego, because when you normally try to take the turtle and you know you're gonna get it, the opponent will most likely go towards your buff. But it looks like we got action here. Cars 1v1.
1v1, 2v2 now. Cyrus jumps in. That's a great stun. Oh my goodness, the damage from Andorio will be enough to take Nino down. Not a good game for Nino this time around. And yeah, twice already. The technically CC first pick not doing too good for Alter Ego.
I'm telling you, man, the CC's kind of overrated, man. Like, it's good, but as a blind pick, it's weird because yeah, it's a solid lane that doesn't really lose to a lot of picks, but you get immense value when you're up against utility jungle. The fact that they've banned out the Baksha, and obviously will be seeing more of a Yi Sun-shin Lancelot matchup, if not maybe a Joy to come out, and still they've gone for CC. I personally not a big fan of that, and you can see the instant impact in the game for that. And Doryu able to go for the steal. Now CC 0-2 and 0, not even able to do what she is meant to do, deal damage. She's so far behind, even against Cars, she's losing.
Yeah, for sure. And I've mentioned you this, Mirko. CC is a hero that skills with items. You don't really have a good momentum kind of skills. I guess the current calls is kind of an underrated kind of CC from the CC, but in the end, it's not really that big of a deal. Meanwhile, Afro wants to chase.
That's a Crimson Beacon spent though. That's info. Uh-oh, Nino against Doc! Vengeance will not save him. That's going to be the 3rd time he falls in this game. Objective is going to be on the board, and Mountain Shocker just to provide info. And though, should be Alter Ego's first structure of the game. Incident bottom, never mind. It's Shive taking the structure bottom.
Yeah, and right on cue, Mirko, that CC that, you know, he's lacking items right now. I would love to see the items that Nino has racked up so far in the gold. But you can see they burst through the Vengeance too.
Yeah, for sure. Ukir picks up the Sky Piercer too. Hey, I was literally just playing MLBB earlier, last night with my friends. My friend Rawl, shout out to him, man. He plays the Juice in every single game, and he always buys Sky Piercer. I was like, hey, at MPL, it's going to be tough to do that, but hey, Ukir's doing a phenomenal job. Currently 008. He should be racking up kills now with that Sky Piercer, and it's great, especially when none of your teammates have Sky Piercer. When you have a Granger, folks, and you're on a Juice in, don't go for the Sky Piercer. But if it's a Harith Lancelot composition, go for it. It's great. You get to execute on anyone you see, and hey, you're so mobile. You have the gap closer on Juice in, so you can really get close when your other friends can't.
And now going into the 9th minute mark here, almost 7k gold lead from Navi. A whole different Navi that we're seeing, courtesy of this new additions, Andoryu and Ukir, who's been playing really well so far. And might have to eat my word here for my predictions. I predicted 2-0 Alter Ego, but man, this is looking good for Navi.
Oh,
Go play.
Seal.
Looking for an opening.
Okay.
Great reaction there by all three, but bust out.
Oi!
Oh, Yazuke, it's a 1v1 against Andorio.
Oh,
Jungler
man.
v jungler. My goodness, Andorio showing his march, showing his style here in his debut indeed. Yazuke goes down, and that's a solo.
It's not even a fair fight, Miracle. It's a Yisun Shin, it's a rookie, you know, up against an MSC experienced player, Karsto Brewers fighter.
The formation, they will take the structure inner turret mid. Oh, the damage!
Oh.
The damage again from Shive this time. He tests the damage and seems like it's more than enough to take the roamer down. Not a good debut here for Ivan.
Hey, you know what, Sheffin? Yes, it wasn't fair because Yazuki was already 0-3 and Dori was 5-1. But game is game, you know? You picked up the Yisun Shin. You could have actually picked up the Lancelot instead of the Yisun Shin and built the composition that Navi's gone for. So, hey, I'll just give it over to Navi, both to Andoryu and to Aldo. Cars in the bottom lane, wreaking havoc, and Arfi, no PMI.
Oh, will they be able to close the gap? That's going to be the Shaman Force popped. Ivan looking for the taunt, will not commit to it. That's great distancing this time from Alter Ego, but it's still a 10,000 gold lead in 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is just absolute slaughterhouse coming in from Navi here. And even Afro is playing quite well here, contrary to what we've seen early in the season. And I'm gonna guess it's from the fact that this is a kind of like a snowballing competition, composition of Khalid, which gives you pretty much the whole map to work with. So it's quite easy for Afro to show off his skills.
It's not just that, Sheffin, but it's the fact that Navi's roamer, for the first time since their match against BTR, have space to play with aggressively where he doesn't need to peel for his team constantly. And now Navi are going for the siege, Gunners.
One time, Afro finds the two-man stun, but it seems like the damage this time will not be enough. So 1 for 1 for now. Yazuke and Nino goes down. At the base wide open, and ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Navi wins in a very dominating fashion. 12k gold lead, and that is game 1.
Normally, Navi and dominating does not belong in the same sentence, but they did it, man. That was real. 12k gold lead by the end of the match against Alter Ego. This is last season they were a playoff team, mind you, and Navi have pulled it off.
I think when you look at the roster, when you look at these big names, especially against Alter Ego's very inexperienced lineup, you should expect this kind of outcome, man. Ivan, Cyrus, some of these names, Nino, you've seen before. Yes, an MPL playoff level team, but with no synergy yet. They've just been rotating their roster a bit too much. Usually, again, this is the reason we see a lot of teams go for package in terms of how they rotate around the rosters, right? Usually, when you see Cyrus, you get to see Yazuke. When you see Rin, you get to see Hijime. That type of deal. But for Alter Ego's case, it looks like they're just going for whatever they want to do. They don't have that package. They don't have that synergy bonus package that they bring up. They're just going, you know what? We did Rin and Hijime yesterday. Let's try Cyrus Yazuki today. Let's see what happens and what works. I think MPL, especially now with Andoryu and Ukir coming in, is going to be very difficult to use as a platform to experiment on. So Alter Ego learned the lesson the hard way. They got to stop doing this. I know exactly what they were trying to do. It's Navi. They didn't deploy Andoryu Ukir last match, so they were thinking, all right, it's gonna be a free point anyways. Let's just try our stuff.
Man, outside of Onyx right now, which is pretty much dominating the #1 spot, it looks MPL ID is getting more spicy from the second position down to the bottom. Even Navi right now, you can call them competitive. Even Kin, the newest edition of Dewa United, has been popping up. This is building up to quite of a interesting season, Gani.
Yo, it's more than interesting, man. I think it's just so bloody, right? There's just a huge gap. Let's just be real here. There's a huge gap between Onyx and the rest, and it seems like the rest are there. Yeah, it's bloody. It's definitely bloody, but only Onyx just stands strong. So yeah, again with Navi, with this new current lineup, we gotta give it to Andoryu for that MVP. Well done, well done.
Yep, that is our official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7 Miracle. So What about that, overconfidence and a bit of selfishness here? It doesn't show up in Navi. So what's the difference between this Andoryu and MSC Andoryu?
I think the difference is he's joined the team way earlier compared to VP. VP was kind of a last-minute substitution, right? So he didn't have time to learn the language, didn't have time to synergize with the rest of the team. So he just, I believe, was told to play his game. Here, for Navi, he's had time. He's been here for months. He's been learning the language. We even got to hear from Cars in the interview, winning interview, by the way, against BTR, that they have helped the team. Even when they weren't in the lineup, they were part of that. They were part of the discussions. They were part of the support, and they've given so much support to Washa Paul and X Magic. That's what led into a victory against BTR, and now it's what led to a victory against Alter Ego. Them finally playing, them finally being able to show their skills in the land of Dawn, and I gotta say, it's beautiful. It's great. Double